Hey, you want to go to Cedar Point? I got a couple of passes for you here. Cedar Point. They got all kinds of new stuff going on out there that you can take advantage of. They got the new Grand Pavilion, a new dining venue with entertainment and sights and sounds of the classic beachside resort. The all-new boardwalk you can check out at Cedar Point. CedarPoint.com has got more info for you. Caller number 10 right now. You got 2 passes for Cedar Point. Good luck. 216-578-1007 or 800-348-1007.
Pro tip, if a cop pulls you over and they hear you listening to this, they're probably just going to let you go. Because, you know, they figured you suffered enough.
The Alan Cox Show.
On 100.7 WMMS.
You think Cody's going to be... You sent that right before you had to get a winner. Oh, this guy. You are foul. Look at that.
I just
He might have to go home.
People.
He might have to go home, yeah.
Do you think...
Show exclusive news update.
Tina Turner has died at the age of 83. Big news. We were just talking about Poundcake and McBoyfriend going to see that Tina Turner live stage production, right? Where the woman plays Tina Turner at Playhouse Square. Has died in Switzerland. Of course, got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame not long ago.
She got in before she died.
Yeah.
After a long illness in her home in Kusnacht.
Just talked about her yesterday.
Near Zurich, Switzerland, right? So the wild thing to me about Tina Turner is to have a career that long with no hits.
You're so mean. He's on the phone.
I know, right? Maybe he hasn't looked at the group chat yet. Mary's looked at it. A lot of G's in there.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Singer of explosive... Okay, so Bill sent us a screen grab from New York Times.
Yeah.
Tina Turner, singer of explosive power, is dead at 83. Explosive power, and they have a photo of her bending over.
Mm-hmm.
That is unkind to her. Unkind. But what are you going to do? Talk about her explosive power. Oof. Hoofa.
Oh my gosh, wait. I was on the phone. Tina Turner just died.
Yeah.
You okay?
They're trying to figure out if it was your fault or not.
Oh no.
They said you never sang loud enough.
This can't be.
Well, she was 83, but she had enemies.
I got to text my boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
Do you need the rest of the day off?
Yes, I need to go home right now.
I'm not
So-
joking. If I found out John Mayer died on the show, I'd probably have to leave.
Well,
She
you
was
guys are
like-
paid hourly. That's okay.
The difference with
It's
Tina,
not much.
she was one of my, top 5, divas of all time. But the only
And
difference.
now you're down to 4. Now, will you have to find someone to replace her in the top 5?
No.
You got to have one for each finger and the thumb.
They'll never be replaced because the only reason why I felt I didn't feel as close connection to Tina is because I never got to see her live. She retired before I ever got a chance to see her.
I mean, close. You and McBoyfriend went to that thing at Playhouse Square, right?
Exactly.
The Tina Turner Experience. Is that what it was called?
It was Tina the musical, yeah.
Tina the Musical.
Damn.
Aren't they doing something where it's like, there's some show coming to Cleveland where it's like Legends Live or something, where it's a bunch of impersonators playing these women, all these famous singers. God, where did I just see that? No. Well, anyway, Poundcake, sorry for your loss.
Oh.
Aw,
Oh.
These are guttural noises.
He feels some kind of way about this.
I do. I'm really upset. I heard it like halfway. I had the monitor turned up just a little bit, and I was like, wait a minute. I know he didn't say Tina Turner died.
But I did.
One of the times I really wish I wasn't listening to the show.
You know, this poor guy.
She'd still be dead.
She would still be dead. And you'd be further along in the not knowing. I mean, you want to know so you can prepare properly and
Man, I know what I'm doing when I get home.
whacking off to the memory of Tina Turner.
Ew.
No, I'm going to watch What's Love Got to Do. It's going to be on repeat on all the movie channels.
Yeah, right? It will be.
It's going to be on FX. It's going to be on Lifetime. It's going to be on, hell, anything.
Yeah. It's going to be on Logo.
We were, not that we were making fun, but we were just laughing at the fact that Tina didn't give any Fs. And when we went to that musical, like even when it was like in New York, Angela Bassett had to come out and say, like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. Tina, you didn't hear her make a comment, nothing. Like, she's like, I am so in Zurich, wherever she is in Switzerland,
Zurich, yeah.
that I'm so unbothered. Like, you guys, I don't care about the actresses playing. I don't care about the music you chose. My life is so unbothered right now by what you guys are doing here in the States.
Well, it is now. But how long has she lived in Switzerland?
Like, at least the last 10 years.
Yeah, that's not very long. So she moves there when she's 73? I mean, like, she was happy, I think, that Angela Bassett played her.
No, she was. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that, but I'm saying Angela
Oh,
Bassett
now
was like
she's,
this,
you're right.
she was the stand-in Tina Turner. When they couldn't get Tina Turner for a public appearance, they're like, we'll get, the one who best portrayed her, Angela Bassett.
Right.
And that's how I knew who Angela Bassett was. She would play Tina Turner and then Michael Jackson's mom. She would play, what's Michael Jackson's mom's name?
Mrs. Jackson.
Her first name.
I am for real. Oh, I don't know. Mahalia?
Margaret or something?
Oh. Michael Jackson. His parents.
I know his dad's
I don't
name
know.
is Joe. I don't know his mom's
Yeah,
name.
everybody knows Joe. Michael was born to Catherine Esther
Catherine,
Jackson.
that's who it
There you
was.
go. Also known as polyester. Alan, I got a little bit of static during the show when you announced, and I thought you said that Ted Turner died. Ted Turner is still alive. He's 84, though. But he's got enemies, too. Ted Turner. And, by the way, much in the same way, he's probably Cincinnati, Ohio, by the way, but Ted Turner, in much the same way as Angela Bassett, inhabited Tina Turner in that movie. Ted Turner, for many years, inhabited Jane Fonda's vagina. Poundcake, your thoughts? He's speechless. He's
My boyfriend
stunned.
My boyfriend just texted me back. He said, "Oh, that's sad." What do you mean, "Oh, that's sad"?
This is going to be a true. This is your
This is a
first big
test.
relationship test.
I know. This is not a test. I'm breaking up with him.
And Poundcake is not an easy person to test because he goes from 0 to 60. So it's like, you better be making me dinner and stroking my hair and blow that crap.
Yes, my
and,
hair.
you
Stroke
know,
my hair.
Whatever, right?
I just want to be a blob and watch TV.
There you go.
Especially today.
Especially today. Yep.
What, bitch?
How am I supposed to do a sports break with something like this on my mind?
Well, as
You
you
want me
are
to do
a
it for you?
professional, you will power through. I have no doubt.
Mary and I will do your sports.
Yeah, we
break.
got it.
Yep.
Just send it on over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, I feel bad for Poundcake. I'm like, no, he's happy.
That
He
is a
loves
very
tragedy.
that is a very difficult decision, by the way, to make in a job like this. Because over the course of my career, I have been mid-show and have been given very, very bad news, which would, under normal circumstances, require a person to vacate immediately and go take care of it. But I'm mid-show.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're basically going to piss everybody off. And I should say that's how I chose to deal with it. I'm sure people of lesser conviction would have done a different thing. But it's a weird position to be in.
What's the worst news you've gotten while you're on air? January 6th?
January 6th.
Boston bombing?
Boston
I'm
one.
no. I
yeah.
mean personal
Personal stuff.
information.
news, yeah.
Personal news.
I think you found out about your friend right before we went on air that one day, Jim.
I found out that morning,
That
yep,
morning,
but I
that
was
was-
very,
yeah.
very unhappy about that, obviously. I found out about my friend.
Chris Cornell was right before.
Yeah, but I mean like
Okay.
mid-show, where it's like
Yeah.
you can't just leave your desk and put a
Yeah.
back, tomorrow sign and whatever. But for Poundcake to receive this news, and again, this is not a personal acquaintance of him. He said, by his own admission, she was the thumb on his diva hand, not even one of the fingers.
All of my favorites are either sick, retired, or dead. Whitney Houston, dead.
How'd she
Why
die?
don't you?
Celine Dion.
Why don't you
Stick-
find? Why don't you find a more contemporary diva that's got some more longevity, and so you can enjoy them longer? Stop
Megan
getting 'em-
Trainor.
Yeah, that's gonna work.
Whitney Houston, dead. Celine Dion, stick person syndrome. Tina Turner, retired.
Stick
now
person
dead.
syndrome, right?
Tony Braxton,
She's
She-
still
she-
got plenty of life to lead.
she has lupus.
So what? So does Nick Cannon.
She
and
doesn't
He's got 14 kids.
She doesn't
It
perform
doesn't,
anymore.
it doesn't
really.
stop you from living.
It does though. She doesn't perform that much anymore. She doesn't go on tour.
Gregory House said it. It's never lupus.
He's never wrong or addicted to drugs.
Well, You can be two things at once. Okay, so Tony Braxton. Boy, talk about a drop. Whitney, Celine, and Tony Braxton. Tina Turner. I mean, God bless. But, okay.
Gaga
well, then,
better be. She's holding up now. That's all I got left. Her and Beyonce.
Gaga's a lot younger though. She's not 83. She's what, 40?
He's pushing 40.
She was already she put out a jazz album. She was acting like she was 40.
She's an old soul. Isn't that what girls like to say about themselves? I'm an old soul.
He was out there singing with Tony Bennett.
Well, yeah, because that guy's got one foot in the grave. So if you're a fan of his and you're a performer of any repute, you go, I got to sing with this guy because he could fall over tomorrow. So who will replace Tina Turner on your diva hand? You got to
start with some living divas.
You said you had 5, so you have to.
Well, Tony Braxton's still alive.
So when they die, they don't move off the diva hand.
No, they're still like my iconic.
It's
divas.
like a Mount Rushmore.
They still like now. I just have to get like a shrine to all my dead divas.
Gotcha.
So it's gonna be Tina.
Get a tattoo. Get a Mount Rushmore of your divas tattoo.
So when you're
I'll do it for you.
I might do that.
When you're feeding the pigeons, it's like all 5 divas are hugging you.
Pretty much. Yeah, I have a top 10, but top 5 is literally like the best of the best. And Whitney's number 1.
All right. So Tina Turner will not be replaced.
No.
Okay. Well, I just want to check.
I just need I'm gonna have when I get my own apartment, I'm gonna have Whitney, and then it'll have Tina, and then Celine. I'll hold off on her, but
till she's dead.
Till she's dead, and then I'll have something for her.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Well, that's a bummer.
Whitney, Celine, Tina Turner. Who are the other two? Tony Braxton.
Tony Braxton.
And Lady Gaga?
It's a tie between Lady Gaga and Beyonce. They both have helped me during different times. So
Tony Braxton, is that short for Antonio or Anthony?
Antonio Braxton.
Just Tony,
Antoine.
T-O-N-I.
Was she in Tony?
She was not.
Alan, it's going to be a while before I recover from this. I just recently watched Beyond Thunderdome. Yeah, she was Anti-Entity. You've seen that, yeah, Poundcake? Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome? Tina Turner, probably wearing one of her own wigs.
I don't believe so.
I guess God wanted a private dancer, somebody said.
Hey.
Mm-hmm. Get it. Yeah, so, okay. Which of your fingers is Lady Gaga, people are asking?
Which of my is she
She's
number 5?
tied with Beyonce.
She's tied with Beyonce because
And Cher and Wendy Williams haven't made it to the hand.
Wendy Williams isn't a singer.
she's not a performer.
He said diva. She is a performer. He didn't say singer. He said diva.
Well, singers act
She's
like go see on
performative.
tour.
Okay.
She is performative. But
All right. I know. I understand that diva is literally a singer, but in pop culture, it has come to be so much more than that.
And it's funny because I haven't seen Beyonce nor Lady Gaga in concert because they're both too expensive, and Beyonce hadn't toured in forever. She went on tour with Jay-Z, and I was like, I refuse to pay, $700 for a ticket and then see Jay-Z's ass. So if it's not Beyonce by herself, I'm not going. And
You're anti-Z. You're anti-Hova.
I just don't want to see him in concert. He's cool at what he does, but I don't want to see Beyonce and Jay-Z. I want to see Beyonce, and that's it. And these Renaissance tickets she's literally the Black Taylor Swift, and I can't afford a $1,500 ticket.
But you get to see them do Bonnie and Clyde together.
I can see that on YouTube for free.
Not the same.
Not the same. Seeing it live when they're in their 40s and 50s.
Their prime.
I do love all the outfits though. But yeah, I'm half beehive, half monster.
You gotta make a choice. You can't be half.
Well then,
I think can we just?
I'm trying to keep my top 5 as black as possible. So I want to say
racist.
Well, the only white person up there is Celine.
You don't have Mariah on there?
She hasn't had. My favorite song from her is Heartbreaker, and she hasn't held like a special place in my young gay adolescent life for whatever reason. I loved Emancipation of Mimi, but she just was not it for me. But she's great, super talented.
I mean, she's more contemporary than Tina Turner is.
Taylor Swift's not on the top your top 5?
No.
But she's so much better than the rest of them.
No, she's not.
I mean, objectively.
No, yeah, Mariah Carey's great. Just totally different works.
Okay, well, there you go. Sorry to see that for you.
Yeah, I need some gay bops.
Some gay bops. Okay. So what will you expect because you're clearly already displeased by your boyfriend's response. But, you know.
I needed him to call me, like, shrieking. Like, can you have a minute?
Oh, you want him to be as upset as you?
Yes.
I think the only person as upset as you is Tina Turner's husband.
How did he outlive her? Like, how did she outlive him? Like,
He's still alive.
I feel like he's older than she is, though, right?
Well, sometimes
people
people die, and there's
a difference in age. Yeah.
It's just, I feel like
not a meritocracy. I mean,
I feel like she didn't enjoy the majority of her life, and she didn't get.
How did you come to that conclusion? You feel like she didn't enjoy
because
the majority
of
her life.
Because she was like trapped in a relationship for like 20-something years, and then she had to make all her money back, and then she toured for several years to do that. So the good years, when she actually like retired, she was only retired for like a decade. And
but
she also had like 25 years without him, where she was touring and like
that's right,
killing it.
But she said it was like super hard working. She never got a chance to take a break or.
But that doesn't mean she didn't enjoy it.
You can enjoy the work and not necessarily say you have like a wonderful life. She probably didn't get to see her kids. It was a huge sacrifice, and I just feel like I wanted her to live longer than 83.
Well, she had other plans, but you know, she had been very sick. She had had a bunch of things for a long time. Yes, she had intestinal cancer. She had strokes. She had like a kidney transplant like 3 years ago. This woman was not long for this earth. So, they did call her the Queen of Rock and Roll, which I always thought was kind of funny. But
you don't feel like she is?
The Queen of Rock and Roll?
Yeah.
No, that is clearly Doro Pesh. But hey,
Avril Lavigne.
Levine.
I always say Lavigne.
Avril Lavigne. She's over there selling sofas. Yeah. Uh-huh.
He was a sofa boy.
You want to buy a lazy boy?
These deals are not good enough for you.
Avril Lavigne. Oh, boy.
That's like programmed into my brain. I think it's because when I heard of her, I was in the Philippines, and I think someone said that. And so, like, my brain has always been like, oh, yeah, it's Avril Lavigne, not Levine.
Okay.
But I know it's Levine, but I still say Lavigne all the time.
Yeah.
But then we get great moments like that. She becomes a furniture.
Right.
Just classic radio.
That's right.
Radio.
And when she plays New York, she's Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to kind of tailor yourself sometimes. Well, anyway, Poundcake, R.I.P. Tina Turner. Anna Mae Bullock, may she forever live on your hand.
He was a skater boy.
In greatness.
So see you later. Hoy.
Yeah. The Queen of Rock and Roll is no longer. I've got to take a break here. We're going to compose ourselves, and then there's going to be, I'll tell you, the salve for this wound is the Poundcake Sports Break a little bit later on.